Imagine a pharaoh so dangerous. Egypt spent decades chipping his name off every wall, temples, tombs, even spoons. He banned all gods but one, built a city in the desert, and ruled with a queen who was more powerful than him. This is Akhenaten, the king history tried to erase.
Picture this. The year is 1353 BCE. Egypt is at the zenith of its power, the richest, most magnificent empire on earth. Gold pours in from Nubia, and grand trading ships from Crete and Babylon crowd the Nile. The capital, Thebes, is a sprawling metropolis of temples dedicated to a pantheon of gods. But one god reigns supreme, Amen, the hidden one, the king of the gods, credited with saving Egypt from foreign invaders. Into this world of tradition and polytheism, a boy named Amenhotep is born. The second son of Pharaoh, Amenhotep III. No one expects him to rule. His older brother is the crown prince. But fate has other plans. The heir dies unexpectedly, and suddenly, the young Amenhotep is next in line for the throne. He isn't like other royal children. He shuns war games and hunting, preferring solitude. For hours, he would simply sit and watch the sun, that brilliant golden disk, as it journeyed across the sky. In his mind, a radical idea began to form. The sun wasn't just *A* God. It was the only God, the creator of everything. He called it the Aten. When his father passes, Amenhotep IV becomes pharaoh at just 17. In his first few years, he makes subtle moves. He constructs new, smaller temples dedicated to his chosen god, the Aten. Right in the shadow of Amen's colossal temples, at Thebes and Karnak, the powerful priests of Amen, the wealthiest religious order in the world, watch with growing unease. They don't like it, not one bit. But he is the pharaoh, the living god on earth. For now, they remain silent. Then, in the 5th year of his reign, everything changes. The subtle hints become a revolution. The pharaoh stands before his entire court and makes a shocking declaration. My name is no longer Amenhotep, he proclaims. From this day forward, I am Akhenaten, the living spirit of the Aten. The court is stunned into silence, but he's not finished. A month later, another decree echoes through the palace. I will build a new capital city in the desert, he announces. It will be called Akhenaten, the horizon of the Aten, and in this city, no god but the Aten will be worshipped. He chooses a desolate, untouched stretch of desert, 200 miles north of Thebes, a place no other god had ever claimed. For 4 grueling years, a frantic construction project begins. 20,000 workers toiled day and night under the blistering sun, raising a city from the sand. Palaces, temples, homes, all are built with a revolutionary design, open to the sky, so the rays of the Aten could touch everything and everyone. As soon as it's habitable, Akhenaten moves his entire court, his beautiful wife Queen Nefertiti, and their 6 daughters into the half-finished city. Back in the old capital of Thebes, his orders grow more extreme. Scratch out the name of Amen. The command goes out. From every temple, every tomb, every monument, every single stone. Soldiers patrol the streets, smashing any amulets bearing Amen's name. The word gods in its plural form is to be chiseled out of inscriptions and replaced with the singular god. The old temples, once the centers of Egyptian life, are closed. Their immense wealth of gold, the grain, land is seized and redirected to the cult of the Aten, out of fear. Ordinary people begin scrubbing the name of their once greatest god from their own pottery and doorways. Akhenaten's revolution extends even to art. For millennia, pharaohs were depicted as perfect, muscular, godlike figures, frozen in stoic poses. But now, art takes a dramatic, almost surreal turn. Statues and carvings show Akhenaten with a long, thin face, a slender neck, wide hips, and a rounded belly. It's a shocking departure from tradition. For the first time ever, royal art shows intimacy and emotion. We see Akhenaten holding his children, Nefertiti and him sharing a tender kiss. Egyptian art, once rigid and formal, now pulses with life, love, and startling realism. He even becomes a poet, composing a beautiful, long hymn to his one god. You rise and the world lives, he writes. You set and it sleeps, the entire world is in your hand. Only I, Akhenaten your son, truly know your will. But while Akhenaten lives in his sun-drenched utopia, the rest of Egypt is in turmoil. The common people don't embrace this new religion. Farmers still whisper secret prayers to Osiris, the god of the afterlife, hoping for a good harvest. Workers hide small statues of Amen and other beloved gods under their floorboards. And the displaced priests of Amen, stripped of their power and wealth, they simply wait. They are patient, the empire itself begins to crumble. All of Egypt's vast resources are being poured into the new city of Akhenaten. The country's infrastructure falls into disrepair. Desperate letters from allied kings in Syria and Canaan, pleading for help against invaders, go unanswered. Egypt's influence abroad wanes, and its territories begin to shrink. After 17 years of this radical experiment, Akhenaten dies. The circumstances are a mystery. But with his death, his dream of a monotheistic world dies too. His young son, a boy of only 9, is placed on the throne. His name is Tutankhamun, the living image of the Aten. But the old guard, the priests and military generals see their chance. They surround the boy king. Go back to Thebes, they urge him. Reopen the old temples, restore the old gods. Bring back Amen. The young pharaoh agrees. He changes his name from Tutankhamun to the one we all know today, Tutankhamun, the living image of Amen. The great city of Akhenaten is abandoned almost overnight. Its residents pack up their belongings and leave. The desert, winds howl through the empty streets, and sand slowly buries the sun-worshipping temples and open-air palaces. A few years later, a powerful general named Horemheb seizes the throne. He is determined to erase Akhenaten's memory entirely. He issues a final damning order. Tear down every temple to the Aten, use the stones as filler for new walls. Strike Akhenaten's name from every official king list. He was a criminal, an enemy. He was never pharaoh. Akhenaten, the beautiful Nefertiti, and their entire family were systematically erased from history. Their tombs were desecrated, their names chiseled off monuments. For 3,000 years, it was as if they had never existed. Silence. Then in the 1820s, an Egyptian woman digging for old bricks stumbled upon a collection of clay tablets. They were the diplomatic letters that Akhenaten had ignored. Then, in 1907, archaeologists, guided by these clues, finally uncovered the lost city of Akhenaten, buried beneath the sand. They walked its streets, saw the unique carvings of the royal family, and found the evidence of the violent backlash the names furiously scratched out. Today, we know Akhenaten as the world's first known monotheist, a ruler who declared there was only one God, and that he alone was its prophet. Was he a visionary genius, centuries ahead of his time? A fanatical madman who brought an empire to its knees? Or a romantic dreamer who simply wanted a more personal, loving connection with his God? We may never know for sure. But one thing is clear. He was a pharaoh who dared to change the world, even if the world tried everything it could to forget him. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this journey into the past as fascinating as I did, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next historical deep dive. See you in the next video.